everybody, Happy New Year! I'm Scotty J, and you are watching Rock Titan Music Television. I hope 2019's been great for everyone so far. But I want to talk a little bit about 2018 very briefly. I heard a lot of moaning and groaning out there about why I don't feature more women on Rock Titan TV. 2017, it was okay. Well, I will admit, 2018 was a little bit of a dry spell, but I'm about to rectify that, okay? Because the guest that I have coming on right now, I'm telling you right now, I'm having a premonition. I'm having a premonition that this is someone that you are going to be seeing and hearing for a very long time to come. Everybody, I would like to introduce you to Emily Ball, the lead singer of Premonition, based out of Northern California. Emily, how you doing?
Hey, Scott, I'm super thrilled to be here.
Yes.
And be a part of representing women in 2018. Yeah.
I tell you what, it's going to be a big year, everything's been, going pretty well so far. I know, Lizzie Hale's been in the news a lot, throughout 2018, 2019. She's had a big tour with Hailstorm. And then, of course, you've got In This Moment, New Year's Day. Nita Strauss is out there with her first solo album. So you're in good company. You are in great company right now, Let me first ask you, without seeming chauvinistic or offensive in any kind of way, because I know, people can be so sensitive these days, but you are a woman. You are a woman in rock and roll. Do you ever, do you ever think of yourself as being a woman in rock and roll, or do you just think yourself as, a rocker, same as anyone else out there, just one of the guys?
Oh, I think it's important to be a woman in rock and roll and to own that identity and to express it. It came out a lot in the 80s. My idol is Ann Wilson from Heart.
Yes.
She is amazing. And there was a ton of super hardcore rock stars in the 80s, women coming out and saying, I can lead this band. I don't have to be a man,
Right on.
And I think that we've lost that a little bit. And there's a lot of still male-fronted rock in this generation. Mm-hmm. But I'm excited to be a part of the turnover. Ladies taking over again.
I love it. And I like the fact that you're cool with the distinction, because there's been some female musicians that I've spoken with, and they're just like, well, why do you have to single me out as being a woman, in rock and roll? Why does that have to be something, of note? Why do you have to, make that distinction? Well,
I think it's because there wasn't, like when there's a lack of something and then there's a flood of it, you got to acknowledge, like, hey, these people are taking a stand and they're being a part of the community, and you got to I would like to see more welcoming in of women into the rock community.
Right on.
And pride, hell yeah, women.
Yeah, girl power. I am woman, hear me roar. I dig it. I love it. I think it's awesome. So Premonition, this is your brainchild. This is your baby, yeah?
Absolutely. It is a long time coming, and I've been holding on to that name for the right project, and I really feel like this is it. We are opening minds and coming up with new ideas for this generation. I don't want to be a part of the millennials that just, sit around and don't really care about what's going on in the world. I want to be a part of a generation that's got their eyes open, that is a part of what's going on, and a part of making good changes and good strides.
Very cool.
And that's what Premonition's all about.
So you are a millennial, huh?
Technically a millennial, although that term does get so much shade.
Right? It's like, it's taboo, that is a label that nobody wants to have these days, it's got like such a negative moniker, attached to it. But you know what? I think that you are exactly the type of individual and musician that's going to change all of that.
We gotta rebrand, man. We gotta take the term back and make it mean something awesome.
Yeah, well, and you being a singer-songwriter, if anyone can, in a very powerful and creative way achieve that, I think it would be you.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Now, how long have you been writing music?
Forever, since 1991, the year I was born.
Nice. The year I graduated. No.
Professionally, probably since I was around 16.
Okay. All right. Very cool. So how long have you known that you wanted to try to give it a go as a career musician, because this is your passion. This is what you love to do. You're not going into this half-hearted. I mean, if you can make a career as a musician, that is the plan, yes?
Yes, and I have known since I was 3 years old. My mom was on stage in choir,
Okay.
and I just ran up there to be with her, and she said, "No, you can't do that. You have to practice. You have to learn the songs. You can't just run up on stage and sing. You have to, learn it and be able to do it." And right after that, I went home, and every single night I was practicing. I was practicing in the store, in the grocery cart. People coming up to say, "Oh, you have a lovely little voice," and I would say, "I know. I'm almost ready to stage."
Nice. Now, for you, growing up in the 90s, were there any particular musicians that, were kind of an inspiration or a role model for you?
Yes. Even though most of my heart belongs in the 80s, and I feel like I should have been born then,
Right on.
like Ann Wilson is a huge inspiration for me from Heart,
Right.
and Pat Benatar, that kind of thing. But when we come into the 90s, when I was actually alive, I think Gwen Stefani is a huge inspiration for me, and I've gotten a few different comparisons to her, and I just love that because I think she's so innovative with her genre, and they're a ska band, but it's also alternative rock, and she's like a bit of a wailer, so that's a lot to combine, and I think that's really awesome. I am definitely inspired by Florence and the Machine.
Right
It's a
on.
little more in the 2000s, but she's really, really cool. Kind of got the red hair vibe from her.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I was going to ask you about that because I know in some of your music videos you're rocking that mohawk. You rock it well. That's a lot of hair product, yeah?
You know what? Yes, it takes a lot of hair products.
What do you use? No, you know what? If they're probably not sponsoring or endorsing you yet, we can't throw it out there. But are you using like commercial products, or do you have like your own home remedy that you use?
I definitely don't have like a home remedy, but that would be amazing. I definitely would love to come up with something like that. I should have my own hair line
Right
for
on.
sure. But no, I'm just using the drugstore stuff. Just like tease the crap out of it, and then
Hopefully it's not too flammable, especially if you're ever performing on stage and you got like the pyrotechnics and stuff like that. We don't need like we don't need any issues like that. You know what I'm saying?
There's my branding. There's my line. I'm gonna do a full line of hair products that'll keep your mohawk rocking and not catch on fire for your pyrotechnic show.
There you go. There you go.
Each demographic.
Yeah. Now, so, I've been trying to follow, a lot of the action and activity that Premonition has going on. I have not been able to find, like a lot out there in terms of already published material. And then I realized that there is a very good reason for that. And that is you're working in the studio right now, including working on an official music video. Talk to me about that.
We are so excited to be debuting our first single release today.
Awesome.
And the link is going to be wherever Scott puts it. I trust him.
Right on.
I'm really, really excited because this is our first debut release. We've got a few singles coming out and a music video. But yeah, all of the stuff that you're going to see from us right now is live shows, live recordings, because we've been in the studio. And we were working with Chromophonics in Wairika, and they're awesome.
Very cool.
And we're just now getting ready to release everything, so very, very exciting.
Now, how long has this been in the works?
It's been in the works for the last couple of months. We definitely last year spent a lot of time writing and figuring out what our voice was as a group and coming together. And for me, the writing process is very inclusive. I like all of the members to be super involved and to really put it through the machine and come up with a great brainchild that represents all of us. So we spent a lot of time last year really working on finding our voice and coming together and creating a unique sound. And then the last couple of months, we've been taking that into the studio and laying it down. we're ready to share it with you guys.
Very cool. Very cool. Now, what can people expect, like in terms of the sound? If, for anyone that hasn't had the opportunity to hear you guys live out there in California, because have you guys done a lot of touring as a band yet, or you've been pretty much local?
No, we're looking to take this album on tour.
Cool.
So we're really just beginning. We're just a baby band, We've come together. We've written this EP. Now we're planning on taking on tour. So you guys are seeing the very, very beginnings of Premonition.
Very beginning of Premonition. I love it. In another year or two from now, Premonition will be up for Grammy Award or two. Yeah, best new rocker, best new lead vocal.
That's an awesome goal, Scott.
Yeah. I don't think it's too far fetched. I don't think it's too far fetched. How many songs have you written so far, Emily?
There's going to be 8 on the EP.
Okay.
We probably have 15
right.
As a band. I've got a lot of material in my backlog, but bringing together through the Premonition machine, it's definitely 8 that are going to be released on this EP, and 15, and we keep writing.
All right.
Sure.
All right. Now, in terms of marketing that music, I know you guys are working on the official music video. We don't necessarily have to disclose which song off the EP that's for yet, although, I know this is your self-titled album that's coming out here. The music video, because again, MTV predates Premonition, and what you guys have been doing since you've been a band. Where do you stand on the level of effort and hard work and production and time and money and everything that goes into creating a music video? Is it something for you that you see being a valuable marketing tool, or is it something that really is just so much fun that you consider that the same as if you were performing live in front of an audience?
I think it's both. I definitely think that the visual aspect of music is happening today. Like, you really can't listen without having a visual aspect. And honestly, as a live performer, it's something that I love to bring to the table. I love making sure that my shows are as visually stimulating as they are audibly stimulating.
Yeah.
And I think with music videos, it's your chance to take a little bit of a divergence away from, the main story and find a new interpretation, a new creation. It's a new layer of creativity to put on top of the song. So I absolutely am. We just started filming, and I am loving it. This is my first experience with this, and it is so much fun.
Oh my God. I can't wait to see it. Now, when can we expect to see this official music video? How far out is that?
It's coming. It's coming within the next couple of months.
Okay. All right, cool.
And if you follow our mailing list, which if you follow the link to the mailing list today, you'll actually get a free download of our debut release single, I Won't Stand for It, for free.
Awesome.
So check that out. But also what you're going to get with that mailing list is updates and little info here and there on what's going on with Premonition, because we've got so much to release. We've got the music video, we've got these singles coming up, we've got our album release, so there's a lot going on, and we can't wait to share it with you. Cool. But you got to follow our mailing list.
Very cool. Now, one of the things that you and I were actually talking a little bit off the record that I thought was really cool, because this ties into another young rocker, that I had the opportunity to talk to not too long ago, but for everybody who's watching right now, Austin Morgan from the Austin Mo Experience, a very talented singer and guitarist, absolutely kills it. From what I understand, he actually was in the studio with you a little bit for this EP that's going to be coming out, yeah?
Yeah, any of the songs that you hear that we're releasing will have Austin on them, and we are so lucky to have had him come in. It was sort of a last-minute thing, and we just needed more flavor to the album, and I was like, where am I going to find just some really cool guitar stuff? I wonder. Must be Austin Mo.
Right.
He is definitely the most talented blues guitarist in Sacramento, and so he added a whole nother element to our album, for sure.
Very cool, very cool. Now, for you as a singer-songwriter, I've seen you on the keyboards a bit. Are there any other instruments that you play that you perform with when you're singing live?
The tambourine.
That's legit. That's legit.
You know, I have always been a vocalist, and the keys are new for me, but it's an element that I'm loving bringing in. We've been kind of working on some acoustic stuff in which I've been able to play the keys, but my voice is my main instrument, and it's the one I put the most time into for sure.
Okay. All right. All right. So, as far as Premonition goes, we know we got the EP that's going to be coming out. We know we got the new music video that's going to be coming out. For anyone that goes out and registers on your website right now, for your mailing list, they will get the new single that's out. Above and beyond that, in terms of like touring, other big things that we can be looking forward to, in the warmer parts of the year. Well, you're out there on the West Coast, although you are in Northern California. But when the thaw starts to occur out here on the East Coast, at least, what can we be looking for? What are some of the big goals that Premonition has moving forward in the new year?
Well, we've got our material together, and we're working on our social media aspect, and our next goal is to try to saturate Chico and Sacramento. Those are our hometowns. That's where we live up here in the North State, and we want to get to know our fan base in those areas. So if you're in Chico or Sacramento or the surrounding areas, you're going to see a lot of us in the next coming year, because that's where we want to build that NorCal love, and then we can go on tour and take it across the country, right? So we're definitely looking at saturating the northern state.
Right on, right on. Well, everybody, we are here with Emily Ball, singer-songwriter for Premonition. You are going to be hearing and seeing a lot of this lady. Like I said earlier, I fully expect that in the next 12 to, say, 36 months, you're going to be hearing Premonition in conjunction with the Grammys. Yes, you heard it here first. Emily, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Right on, man. Glad to be here.
All right, Rock Titan TV. I'm Scotty J. We're out.